Hello, everybody. Sanir, engineer, MBA, and investor. And in today's video, I want to talk about Moderna finally cracking a deal with a CRISPR company called Metagenomics. I want to talk about their agreement. I want to talk about this latest news. This is a CRISPR company that Moderna, a famous Moderna company that I'm sure you've heard about in the last 2 years, especially in the last 2 years. They finally made a deal with a CRISPR company. So before we even jump into this video, you guys know what I will ask you. Like this video, smash that like button, destroy that like button, really helps this channel. If you have not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. The community is just amazing these days. Lots of support, lots of comments. So thank you so much, guys. Let's keep the momentum going as we grow together. So this article was published today. Moderna finally cracks into gene editing with metagenomics packed thanks to the irresistible data, right? Irresistible data, right? So we finally know who Moderna has been courting behind the scenes to make a big jump into gene editing. The famed biotech has signed a research partnership with CRISPR gene editing company Metagenomics. Both parties are keeping mum on a lot of details. We don't know what indication they'll go after, how many targets they will develop, how much Moderna will put up research funding, how much was paid up front, what is the milestone, royalties. So basically, really, there's a couple of things here. First of all, this is a private company, Moderna. Sorry, not Moderna. Moderna is a public company, obviously, but the Metagenomics company, right? That's the CRISPR company, and they sign a partnership, and this is a private company that is not public, so they're not obliged to disclose any sort of information to the public, although Moderna is supposed to do that. But that's another topic here. But the idea is that you have a CRISPR company that has now finally partnered with Moderna. And we sort of predicted that a few months ago. If you remember in our previous video, go search our video catalog. We sort of suspected that Moderna was looking for a partner to enter in the genome editing space, specifically using CRISPR technology. The idea that they would partner with this company, that's completely taken a lot of people out of surprise, including me. You had companies like Beam Therapeutics, Caribou Biosciences, and even NTLA that were sort of the front leaders here, the front runners, because they have technology that is one proprietary and two that is actually valuable that a lot of companies are looking at, the public markets are loving it, and you have this momentum going. And then, today you have this news with Moderna partnering up with this company again called Metagenomics. So my few thoughts here. First of all, this is a real company, right? Metagenomics is a real company. It's no joke. It's a private company, but it's a real company. They do use CRISPR as their genome editing tool. If I take a look at some of their pipeline, they're looking at in vivo and ex vivo application for genome editing, right? So they have a couple of pipeline, but again, it's a private company. Information is very limited. You could make whatever you want from this website, but again, it's a private company. They're not obliged to tell you anything other than the fact that it is a real company working with different CRISPR technology, whether that's nuclease Cas9 first gen, or whether that's for in their slide here base editing. Um, and I mean, again, it's very limited. We don't really have the details of the news in terms of financials. I'd be very curious to see what Moderna was willing to pay upfront to have that technology to partner up with this type of company. That's my first thought. My second thought on this is that I'm quite disappointed that out of all CRISPR companies, Moderna selected this company. And I think I sort of made a reference to that earlier today. Is often, I think, especially people that are a lot involved with sales meeting and business meetings, I think they will understand what I'm about to say. Is that often deals are not made based on the premise what is the best product for your company, but rather what is the best relationship for your company, right? So basically, if you have a company, you have two companies that are sort of are trying to get along, instead of looking specifically at what product they have and how that can actually supplement the company in the long run, and then sort of pick the pool of companies out there using CRISPR technologies based on the technology, on proven data, research papers, research data. Instead, what I sort of found myself in my previous experience and current experience in my workday life is that often deals are based on experiences slash relationships. And basically, I personally suspect that this type of deal happened because you have leadership that is sort of overlapping between each other. And I don't necessarily mean like higher end leadership. It could be board of directors, it could be even, employees, it could be, past employees. I haven't looked too much into deep in this. I'm just speculating. I'm not saying that's what happened. But again, if you ask 100 people last month or 2 months ago, which CRISPR company would Moderna partner up with? I bet you that literally zero people out of 100 would tell you it would be Metagenomics. To me, Metagenomics, I'm sure some of you are maybe fans of this company. To me, it sounds like a anime company. It's not even. I didn't even know this company existed, right? I mean, obviously it does exist by the magnitude of the deal and by their website and everything. And I'm trying to throw a shade here, but yeah, I'm just calling a spade a spade. It's quite weird that a huge company like Moderna, which is literally, let's call it, again, call it spade a spade. They're the biggest biotech company in 2021 and most likely in 2022, especially with what happened with the pandemic. It's a household name, and for them to partner with this type of company is completely taking people by surprise. You had a pool of companies there: Caribou Biosciences, NTLA, Beam Therapeutics. Even hell, you could have just stick with first gen CRISPR, right? Editas, CRISPR Therapeutics, and you could have even go with Prime Editing, right? With Prime Medicine, or even Mammoth Biosciences, right? There was so many companies in the public there that you could have sort of partner up with. I just don't understand why this happened. I mean, I found this here. Look at this. Turns out the small biotech had an in with Eric Wang, the general manager and chief science officer of Moderna Genomics. He serves on the Meta Genomics Science Advisory Board. So, like I said, there's I mean, again, I don't want to, I don't want to raise the gun here, and I don't want to, speculate too much here, but I have to call a spade again. This is the third time I'm using this expression, but it's really what it is. I know a lot of people may disagree with my statement, and maybe I'm not seeing the full picture here, but out of all companies available in the CRISPR space, if you had asked 100 people, 1,000 people, which company would Moderna partner up with? I bet you there's zero people out of any of these companies, out of any of these choices in the companies would have selected this company, Metagenome. I mean, except unless you're in one of those two companies, right? I don't see why. This is the first time again I hear about this company, and I've been in this space for quite a while. So I mean, it shows two things, right? First, it shows, how CRISPR is valid. It's a valid technology. Moderna is finally looking into it. They're partnering up. We don't really have the upfront deal, the upfront cost. I would love to see the numbers once we get them, but that validates the technology. But on the other side, I'm sort of disappointed that Moderna, again, the hottest company, hottest biotech company, point, it could just be the hottest company, period, right? Not just biotech. It's just literally, it is one of the hottest companies right now, out of like Tesla, Palantir, and maybe, I'm not sure, like Coinbase, or some of those companies, you know, Moderna is up there, right? And for them to partner up with this quote unquote no namer company, I'm just quite surprised. I can't really say more than that. I mean, I'm looking to see what you guys think. And again, I just find it crazy that, he acknowledged that Intellia, the first company to present first human data for gene editing therapy this summer, is a pioneer in this space, and the company's technology targets the liver as well. I'm just surprised they didn't just straight up partner with NTLA. I mean, they know what's happening. It's just crazy, mind-boggling that you have these quote unquote experts, you have these people working in this space 8+ hours a day. They're literally in this space. They have vested interests, and they're obviously following everything that's going on in this space. Whether that's in the private or public markets. And out of all the companies, the best partnership they can come up with is with Metagenome. Like, how disappointing and how shocking is that? Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm not. Let me know. Um, and like this video if you found value. Smash the like button, destroy it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing, and we will see each other in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and have a beautiful day. Thank you.